All right, babies. Babies? Am I calling you babies now? Here is the Z103 van. That is not the website. I'm such a noob. Anyways, I'm going to do a radio remote right now, which is basically where you go to a business and you talk about their product on the radio, like remotely at the actual establishment. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on because if I don't, everybody's like, "Shay, put your seatbelt on! Put your seatbelt on!" That's why I have all this padding, so I don't have to put a seatbelt on. Anyways, so today's video, I'm not gonna be able to sit that there. How am I gonna do this? I am just gonna talk about one thing that I get asked quite a bit. Is this, Shay, is that really your wife? No, she's a paid actress. Second question, Shay, how did you become a radio DJ? Okay, so here we go. This road is really busy. I'm late. Should I do this some other time? No, I'll just do it now. Crap, there's nowhere to hold this. Okay, so about a year and 3 months ago, hold your, oh, monkey balls. Monkey balls in my mouth. Excuse me. Anyways, about a year and a half ago, I was doing granite countertops for a living, working 60 hours a week. I hated it. It was not for me. I was 27 years old, married, 3 kids, and I just figured, I was like, is my life over? Is this all I'm gonna do? Is just manual labor every day for 10 to 12 hours a day? I don't want to do that. And literally, I'd get up at 5 in the morning and work till 6 in the evening. Go home, go to bed, eat dinner, wake up, do it all again the next day. So, it kind of was good because in the mornings, we would always be listening to the morning show on Z103 with Brad and Jeremy. It was actually not even Brad then. It was Jeremy, Adam, and Zoe. And they're hilarious. I loved it. I was like, that looks like such a blast. I want to do that. Or it doesn't look like, because you couldn't hear him, obviously. See him. I can't talk. I'm trying to drive. Anyways, so we used to always call in. And when I say we, I mean me and the other dudes I worked with at the granite place would always call in the mornings during the trivia. They had a thing called The Answer's Never Dirty. And basically what it was is they would ask a question that sounded dirty, like 30% of women said they like this in bed. And the answer was flannel sheets, you know. But we would always call in for some reason and answer with some sort of rendition about croquet, the game croquet. And we would be like, is it a subscription to Croquet Monthly? Is it left-handed croquet clubs? Is it pink croquet shoes? Something every day, like depending on what the question was, we would say something with croquet, and they got so sick of it, and they nicknamed me Croquet Shay, was my nickname. So the DJs in the morning show got to know me really well because, like I said, I would call in and annoy them every day. Literally, like sometimes 2 or 3 times I would talk to them. So they like knew me and were sick of me. And they said, Shay, if you will stop calling us and harassing us, we will let you be a judge on what they call Doghouse Wednesday. Every Wednesdays they have people call in, 3 people, and to say why their husband or wives are in trouble in the doghouse. And then they had 3 judges that would judge which story is best. So they said, okay, you will be one of our permanent judges. I'm just going to set this here. If you will stop calling and bugging us. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. So every Wednesday, I had my own little bit on the morning show where I would be a judge and I would say funny things. So, okay, long story short, that went on for 6 months. No, I don't know. My time's messed up. It was a while. It was maybe 3-4 months. And finally, one day I heard on the radio on Z103 I was listening to, they're like, we're looking for DJs, weekend DJs. Can you blah, blah, blah? So I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. And this was going back to like, you know, I can talk and make people laugh and stuff. So I want to like do this more often. Anyways, so I called, at the time, Brad, who was now on the morning show, and he got to know me as well. And I said, hey, this is Shay. He's like, hey, what's up, Shay? I said, I want to be a DJ. And he said, are you sure? And he goes, the pay sucks. He goes, you have a family and kids. I said, I know. I said, I'm starting my own granite business. At the time, I was starting my own granite business. I said, I'll have time. I can come in on the weekends and be a DJ. He's like, okay, you're hired. He didn't even make me come in. I didn't have to fill out an application or resume or anything. It's just because he already knew me, and he knew me from the morning show and from me bugging them so much that he said, okay, you're hired. So they hired 4 new DJs, me and 3 other people. And we were all weekend DJs. And so I got like a couple hours on Saturday and a couple hours on Sunday where I was on the radio. Well, 2 of those people quit, or one was fired, or another girl went to another radio station. So then it was just me and this other girl. And Adam, another guy, he was something, blah-blah-blah-blah-blah-blah. I got my own show at nights, which I'm doing now. And I'm on Mondays through Thursdays from 6 to midnight. Anyways, and now I've been on air for about a year, over a year. And it's funny because right when I got my job as being a radio DJ, I started making YouTube videos. So after about 7 months of being on YouTube and being on the radio, I quit my granite business, and now I'm just doing all of this, which you guys are part of full-time. And it's my dream. It's totally my dream. So 2 things. How do you become a radio DJ? Probably not exactly the way I did. That's just how I did it. Some people go to school and fill out resumes and all that kind of stuff. I just lucked out. But that's my story. So don't ask anymore. And the second, do what you want to do. Seriously, if you don't like your job, do something else. And you're like, well, Shay, I got to pay the bills. I know. I had to pay the bills for 5 years doing what I didn't want to do. But eventually, work your way into something that you want to do. You know, maybe you have to do 2 things at once. Anyways, all right, so I got to go in here. I got to do the radio remote. I wish I could make this longer and show you guys how I set everything up, but it's already long enough. And that's it. That's my video for today. Okay? Z103! Yeah! What's that? I can't park here? Don't you know who I am?